Hello again. Today we're going to do R and S handshape. R, you don't do it really tight. It's not like this. It's just kind of over. I mean, I guess I only have it like this just because it's just easier. It's like I'm holding it or supporting it. So the first one is right, and that's directional right, not like you're correct or you're right. It's on the right, to the right, on the right. Oh my, how it's on the right. Restroom. Many people use the T for toilet, go to the bathroom, restroom. Just depends on how you're raised. There's some people who do use this for railroad. I do not. I still use the sign for train, which is the H hand shape. But some people might do that. I would think that would be confusing, but it depends on the accent and where you're from. But it's good to know that's still there in case you meet someone or travel or whatever. Remember we did this for thinking. I mean, this is all of our brain. R for reasoning, rational, rationalize, those types of signs. Oh, I realize that. Respect. I usually use 2 R's for this sign, but you can do it with 1. Remember we used for honor with the H hand shape. We use that for God with the B hand shape. It's the same thing. Respect. It's the same movement. Respect. Respect. It's the same. Rat. This is mouse with the 1. We're going to do that later with the 1 hand shape. But R is for rat. Rose, and usually it's because you're smelling it. And R, like flower would be the flattened O, and then if you want to specify that it's a rose, then we have rose on the cheek. Rose. Restaurant. Remember we did napkin, cafeteria, that type of thing. Restaurant. It comes from the wiping of the mouth that you've been eating, but so you'll have restaurant, cafe, cafeteria. A cafeteria I see a lot with the schools, and then restaurant. Religion or religious. Remember, it's the same hand shape. R. Religion, religious. It's not like you just start here and go out. So it's not a special movement. You're just having it right there and it goes out for religion or religious. Now for the S hand shape, it's a fist, but you don't have to do it tight. You want everything kind of loose so you're easily able to move your hand about. So remember we have already done east and north. Now we're going to do south, right? And I showed you west. I mean, come on. So north, east, and south. Some people will do south. I always do south just because it's the whole cardinal map, and sometimes it's good to keep the same signs, but it's good to know when you see people. So when they do that, it's the same movement. It's a S hand shape, and usually know by the intention of what they're talking about. Punch, like you're hitting someone. Boom, right? Boom. That's your person, but you can hit. It's a punch. Saturday. Remember we've done Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we've done the hand shapes Saturday. And then every Saturday, remember we've got our calendar with our rows every Saturday. So every Saturday you go to the grocery store. Every Saturday I do my laundry. This is to disobey or to rebel. Like a feminist rebelling against the establishment. So this is rebellious, like I have a teenager that's rebellious, and it's disobedience. And it depends on your facial expression and your body language of how you're doing it, like civil disobedience, or something like that. A strike would be like you're holding that. But some people might say they're striking because they're being, rebellious or is civil disobedience. A carrot, like you're holding the carrot, right, and you're eating it. And I don't ever eat it. I just do the whole carrot movement, but you can do it just to help remind you of what you're doing. Ice cream, you're holding the cone. Sometimes I will actually do it like with a flattened O, but you can also do it with a S hand shape. I see that a lot, and licking the ice cream, and that's correct. So anyway. Also, remember we did purse, and I said also luggage. You're holding it because you're holding got my luggage. Oh, I'm going on a trip. Oh, did you get your luggage? Yeah, for the airplane, my luggage. And then that's, well, actually, there is a hand shape that I do with a baby O. But it also could be done with an S. Now, for metal, I do this or it's more of a like this, or an X. It's for metal, and I use this for stone, but I also see that for stone or metal. So I wasn't going to include it, but then I decided that maybe that would be a good idea. So if you see that, it could be metal or stone, but I do this for stone. So it depends on someone's accent or where they learn it. So you just never know. This is slang. It's for BS, right? You could say, oh, that's baloney if you don't, in your mind, because I don't swear, and so but anyway, that's what that's used for. It could be a swear word, or it could be just, oh, that's ridiculous. That's baloney. Cough. Remember, we had another one. They did a cough, but I thought that was more complain. This is what I use for cough. It's an S hand shape for coughing. Right? And remember, we did Congress, legislature, board. We did member. Now, this one is Senate. So we do with the S. So member and member are a little bit different, but it's still the same movement. So just like Congress and legislature, we have the Senate. If someone is just super tough, oh man, I had someone say that their sister was tough. But also this can mean a gang, that you're in a gang. Oh, there's gangs. Or that you're in a sorority or a fraternity, because an S handshake for sorority. Fraternity would be an F handshake. But they're trying to get away from that. But it does mean like if you're tough or in a gang. But now I notice that a lot of sororities and fraternities are saying a society or organization, but that has been the sign for like sorority, because it's a group of people, but gang or tough. San Francisco, SF, San Francisco. Like if you're throwing something away and discarding it, you have your S hand shape and you go to your H hand shape. You're just throwing it away. Just throw it away. I do this. Understand. S hand shape, and it just flicks up. Understand. Drop it. Forget it. Or it was dropped. And that can be like when you're saying that subject was dropped, or actually something was dropped. To gamble, you're holding the dice in your hands, and you shake it like you have dice in your hands and throw it out there. It's dice. S handshake. Nothing, or you deny it. No, nothing. Like I said, you can think of sentences for the signs that we've already been learning, and we will be doing that later. Poetry, and you got the S hand shape, and then you're expressing yourself, because this is from inside you and it comes out and expresses. Poetry. I do poetry this way because it rhymes, but if I was at a poetry reading, then I would probably do poetry because it is from the soul. But if I'm just saying, oh, I have a poem I'm going to read, I do P for poem, the K hand shape for poem. That's how I do that. But I think this is more accurate conceptually, but I use this one quite a bit. It's poetry, like a song. It's the same movement, but I use a K handshape for the P. Okay, so that's all for R and S handshapes. And so I want y'all to study and practice and watch this again and again and again. I'll see you later.